Warning: Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
What it do, family and friends? Welcome back to the Church of Black Power. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please hit that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. And with that being said, family, I want to come to you today and have a conversation, more of a little case study. It'll be quick. Just because I think it's very important for us to know the differences between a grifter and somebody who's truly for the Black community. And I say this because over the years, I've heard several different kinds of people talk about how brilliant Charleston White is. And since the first day I heard this man, I said right off the back, oh, that man's a grifter. I didn't know this man from a hole in the ground. But after listening to him, and starting to make sure, I did my due diligence. I heard a couple of his interviews and each one just irked me a little more and a little more. So when people was running around talking about how Charleston White is a genius or he's spitting some real and all this other stuff, I would tell them all the time, like, a broken clock is right twice a day. But that man is a grifter. I've been saying this since this man came out of nowhere and elevated to high stages. And anytime I see someone gets elevated out of nowhere, whether it's a Republican, whether it's a Democrat, or whether it's a Republican, let me be more clear on that. Whether it's a Republican or a Democrat, I look at it as a weird situation. It's very iffy. There's something going on in the waters. Now, I'm not going to break down Charleston White. If you want to see someone break down Charleston White, go watch Brother Black Alpha Network's breakdown on Charleston White and Dr. Cuban B, because he did a phenomenal breakdown. What I want to do is basically do my victory lap on this, because in the words of Harvey Your World, to all the people who doubted what I was saying, I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. So I want to show you what Charleston White was, or what he perceived, or what he was perceived to be. How he was speaking made people perceive him to be someone for the culture. And then I want to show you some of the buffoonish things that he's doing now that he's realized you can make more money messing with the Republicans because they're so stupid. Yes, a lot of people on the right, the Magites, Republicans, a lot of them are just plain outwittingly stupid. And if you can disrespect Black Americans, you've just made it into the ranks. And they have no problem funding your ignorance and stupidity. You guys remember when the one black girl, she basically claimed that her mother kicked her out because she voted for Trump, and she couldn't pay for school or whatever the situation was, and these idiots got together and sent her, I think it was like a few $1,000s or something like that. And then they got mad because they found out that she was lying the whole time. So then they tried to go back and demand their funds back. This is what happens when you're a fool. All a person has to do is pretend to be racist, and literally overnight you get instant fame. You get instant notoriety. You get instant support. So let's jump into these videos, family. Let's jump into these videos. So this is Charleston White. I don't know how long ago, but this is a video of him speaking about how he's not African and we're not African. Same thing we've been saying longer than he has. But let's play this clip real quick.
And we are not Africans. We are not African. Are you an African, baby? I'm not no African. Nigga, you a lying motherfucker. Nigga talking about we Africans. You African, nigga. I ain't African. I don't know nobody in my family from Africa. So you a lying motherfucker. I'm talking about we African. Nigga, fuck you. And anybody else talking about we African, I ain't no motherfucking African. Nigga. So, back to what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know where to go in Africa. Nigga talking about we Africans. Let me go to Africa. You know what I'm talking about? Say, man, I'm an African. He was like, no, you ain't. He's from America. He's from America. Yeah, there ain't no motherfucking African. Yeah, I'm Texas. I'm a Texan. A Texas nigga. I ain't no motherfucking African. And you can't make me African. Yeah, nigga, I don't look like no African. Yeah, African. Black. And African got funny features. They don't look like us. Yeah, you don't see now nigga in Africa look like me. I'm talking about I'm from Africa.
So that was Charleston White proclaiming that he's not African. He spoke about how Africans got funny features and all this other stuff, right? That's Charleston White before he realized that, these Magites, they pay a little bit better over there on that side. Let me go ahead and tiptoe through the window and see if I can get a little modo. And this is him after that.
Listen up, black folks. This the type of nigga Tariq Nasheed ask us to check. You gotta check those.
Man, fuck Tariq. Tariq wanted to be a pimp at first. Niggas don't give a damn about no Tariq Nasheed. Nigga, fuck Tariq Nasheed. That nigga he started out wanting to be a pimp and couldn't pimp. So then he come trying to pimp on y'all. Nigga, we don't give a fuck about Tariq Nasheed. This grown ass man done got on here and repeated what Tariq Nasheed done said. Nigga, I ain't never seen Tariq Nasheed in the community doing a motherfucking thing. He's always been on camera talking.
Family, didn't we just have a rally for reparations? Wasn't that the second annual rally for reparations? I could have swore Tariq put on a B1 conference as well, right? I think it was 2 conferences outside the 2 different rallies for reparations. Okay. Tariq have an institution for foundational Black Americans? He has a museum, right? He has a museum where people can meet and congregate, discuss action plans. That is Tariq, right? Now, I'm not here to hold another man's hand, and I ain't got to defend Tariq. But we got to call out the bull stuff when the bull stuff is being presented. The only dude between this man, Charleston White, and Tariq that has been a full online presence has been this dude, Charleston White. And this is where I come to the conclusion that this is a CoIntelPro psyop. He is an operative. He is an agent of not just chaos, but a confusion. For him to tell a bold-faced lie like, oh, Tariq he's just online, when you can actually see the things that are being done. You can actually pull up videos of the rally for reparations. You can actually pull up videos from, the Hidden History Museum. Excuse me. We can actually pull up footage of Tariq actually going to these reparation task forces representing for foundational Black Americans. But people like this are trying to convince us, try to convince you that he's just an online presence. You see, when they do things like that, it's because they're trying to get you. And they can't get you because you don't listen to nonsense. You actually like people to bring actual factual knowledge to you, actual factual, tangible information to you. Things that will help you navigate through your existence as an FBA in this land of criminal murderers and opportunists. In the words of Harvey Your World. So this isn't really about defending Tariq, because Tariq can defend himself. But it is about defending our people, because when you are going against our people, you're going against us. When you're talking bad about someone who's done so much more than you have in our community, then there's a problem, and I gotta call you out for it. Let's continue.
See, I come from the bottom, nigga, starting out in the community doing shit. I started doing before I started talking, nigga.
I ain't seeing not one thing that this man has done or ever done in the community, especially the Black community. At all. And like I said, if you want to go in depth, go ahead and watch Brother Black Alpha Network's breakdown on this situation, because he gets into this man's nonprofit and finds out that the nonprofit is ran by them folks. And the people that he claims to be helping, the children that he claims to be helping, are not Black children at all. The majority Latino. So when he said he gave up on the black community a long time ago, yeah. So all that nonsense he's talking about, I started at the bottom. Show me the fruits of your labor. Show me the labor and then show me the fruits of your labor. Show me where you was somewhere speaking up for the black community. Show me where you was trying to get resources put into the black community. Show me when you're in spaces with other black people talking about black wealth and black empowerment and how we need to make sure that we hold these people's feet to the fire in order to get the things that's necessary for our community. Show me anywhere. I don't see it. But this Uncle Ruckus looking dude who gets his glass eye on loan, who's probably taking shots of Hennessy out of that glass eye, all he's doing is showing his envy. He's showing his envy. He's envious of Tariq Nasheed. He's envious of the following that Tariq has. And a lot of these folks have been coming out doing the exact same thing that he's been doing. He's been showing his envy, and a lot of them has been showing their envy. A lot of people confuse envy for jealousy. It's both. They're not just jealous of Tariq, but they envy Tariq. They believe that they should be in the position that Tariq is in. That is envy. And they're jealous that they never made it to that level, and most likely will not. Let's continue.
The actions speak louder than words. This black son bitch done got on her and said, Tyreek, nigga, fuck Tariq Nasheed. That nigga started out in the pimp group over there with goddamn me Rosebud. And man, come on now. Nigga, don't do us like that, repeating what Tariq Nasheed said. Now, had you quoted Marcus Garvey, you probably would have had some. But this nigga done come with Tariq Nasheed. Nigga, fuck you and Tariq Nasheed.
Charleston,
Man,
you
I don't
getting
want to
it?
hear shit. None of y'all sound stupid now. I don't want a bunch of dumb motherfuckers coming over here talking. Y'all sound stupid and you niggas sound too anxious to talk.
This coming from a man who wouldn't let the people speak. See, when you overtalk somebody, and noticing all that he was saying about Tariq, he did not come with one thing that he actually felt was a good talking point. He used to be a pimp. So what? Even if he was. Have you ever heard of change? Malcolm X used to be a pimp. Do I need to say that again? Is this thing on? Malcolm X used to be a pimp. And he became one of the most brilliant brothers that we have in our lineage. And I don't give a damn what anybody feel about Tariq, whether you like him, whether you hate him. You can't take away any of the things that this dude has done. Hidden Colors was one of the most successful, one of the most educating documentaries to ever touch our community. Hidden Colors 1 through 5, and he's working on a 6. (1804). I mean, there are several documentaries Tariq has put out. Microphone Check, American Maroon, These are scholarly works, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just some things tossed together in a video. So when he's saying, if you would have brought up Garvey, you might have had something. But Tariq was an ex-pimp. He used to be a pimp. So what? So was Malcolm X. Malik El-Shabazz. Now, I'm not saying Tariq was a pimp, because a lot of people take that book, The Art of Mackin', and they make it seem like he was pimping, but Tariq says he's never been a pimp. He was just somebody trying to get a game. And that's an understandable thing, because when I was growing up, I'm not going to give my business, but when I was growing up, I was raised by some G's. And what I was told, and this is why I took on the stage name Mac, I was told that there's a difference between a pimp and a Mac. And my uncle asked me, do you know what it is? And I said, no. What's the difference? He said, well, a Mac got skills when it comes to getting women. He got a mouthpiece. He got game. He got all the things that a pimp got, with the exception of one thing. And I said, what's that? And he said a pimp will sell his own ass in order to get that bread. So the art of macking doesn't necessarily mean that you are a pimp. When I jumped on stage and I was going under my moniker, I was a Mac. I was not a pimp. And when I would go to walk on stage and my DJ used to hit, my intro music, he would play Return of the Mac, not the Return of the Pimp. He didn't play Snoop Dogg, Pimpin'. He didn't play Snoop in 50 Cent. I don't know what you heard about me. No. My name is Mac. And so he played Return of the Mac. So there is a huge difference. And a lot of people who ain't from the streets wouldn't know, and I'm not going to go too deep into it. But I just want to make sure people understand that there is a difference between being a pimp and being a Mac. There's no stipulations on being a Mac when it comes to, who you are. I mean, there are stipulations when it comes to being a pimp. Certain things you got to do, certain things you got to make sure are done if you're a pimp. But I digress, family. Let's get back into this.
Love going
Y'all
to
ain't got
Tavis.
nothing else better to do. Y'all ain't got nothing else better to do on New Year's Eve than to get on here and talk. Nigga, I'm getting ready for a goddamn comedy show, 2 shows, and boy, the numbers is looking good tonight. I just got on here to practice some of my stand-up comedy on you dumb motherfucker. Y'all gotta be stupid in the motherfucker.
Yeah, family. So I'm gonna end that clip there because he literally has no talking points because he knows Tariq has done way more than he could ever do. This dude is out here telling comedy. All of a sudden, he's a comedian. I thought he was a community activist. So now he went from a community activist to a comedian. That's why I'm saying when they elevate people at an expedited speed out of nowhere, I always get suspicious about that. I always get weary. But this is what I'm talking about. Let me go here with it. This is another example of him before he realized that grifting for the Magites would pay him a lot more money.
Johnny Dang and now another Chinese motherfucker ain't never done nothing for us, homie. They didn't cry when Tamir Rice died. They didn't stand up with Mike Brown. Nigga, even from the time they was building the railroad through the Pacific, and one of them had Burlington Northern on the side. The niggas was building the Burlington Northern, the Asians was building Pacific, trying to race to meet in the middle. Nigga, they didn't fuck with us. Even in our stores, nigga. Our kids can't go in their stores and just shop freely. Leave your backpacks at the door and you know, come in here. Nigga, they do our kids bad. And they sell stale candy, outdated food to our people, and they will kill our children behind that stale candy. Nigga, expired Snickers. They shot Latasha Harden in the head. Nigga, we still ain't done nothing about that. How the fuck they get a pass, nigga? And somebody do something to them bitches, and within 1 year of a president, these bitches got all kind of laws enacted. 1-800, nigga, baddest niggas been done in this country, homie. And they ain't never spoke one time for us. They Chinese rappers can come over here and go nigga, 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 nigga. And then when they get mad at us, they can also say fuck you, nigga. We can't say fuck you, gook. We don't even know how to speak they language to disrespect them. So they come take on our culture. China Mac, Johnny Dang, they get to be niggas, huh? And when a nigga say, nah, fuck you, Chinese boy, go rap in your language. Until y'all get some back y'all been taking, nigga. Y'all don't even hire us. Go look at any Chinese restaurant, any Chinese store. See if a nigga working anywhere, my nigga. See if a half-breed motherfucker working. Nigga, they'll go learn Spanish before they learn how to talk to a nigga. So man, no, how you get that, nigga? Nigga, we supposed to be boycotting Johnny Dang. We supposed to shame every goddamn black rapper, take they black dollar to that nigga. I'm sorry, to that Chinese motherfucker, whatever the fuck he is, he ain't no nigga. But fuck him.
And see, that was a clip that a lot of people circulate where they like to say, well, he wasn't wrong. He be spitting, he's spitting that fire. Only for him to turn around and do some shit like this.
This is the actual nightstick from the police officer that was found not guilty that broke Rodney King's knee. I got it off East Bay. Rodney, stop resisting! Stop resisting! This is the stick.
Yeah, family. Like I said, these grifters, they grift. And when they grift hard. Have you ever been in the car and, I'm not going to ask that question because most people probably haven't. But let me put it like this. Have you ever seen the Fast and the Furious and they're in those race cars, and those race cars, they have to hit the parking brake really hard while gassing and braking in order to drift? That's what these guys do. They got to go really hard in order to grift. They have to prove their loyalty to the Magites and the racist. Yes, I know Magites are racist too. I'm speaking about people outside of the MAGA movement though. It's not just MAGA. Don't get it confused. Because a lot of folks, they get funding from the left as well under secrecy. They will anonymously shoot $100,000 to a Daniel Penny if they're on the blue side. If they're in the middle and they don't really have a side, they will anonymously drop off funds for people who denigrate Black Americans. So when you see a Charleston White doing something like this,
this is the actual nightstick from the police officer that was found not guilty that broke Rodney King's knee. I got it off East Bay. Rodney, stop resisting! Stop resisting! This is the stick.
Just know He's trying to put his cards on the table. He's trying to put his name on the docket. He wants to be in the room, sitting on the floor like the coon puppy he is. And shout out to Black Alpha. I gotta give my brother another shout out because his breakdown was so fantastic. And the one thing that I can give to you, because I want you to go and watch his breakdown of it. I can't trust a man who can't look me in my eyes. This man is looking two different directions. I need you to look me dead in my eyes and talk to me and tell me what's facts and what isn't. This guy's eye move around like the last Cheerio in the cereal bowl. You know, when you're trying to get it out the milk, it's just rolling around and you just trying to scoop it with the spoon and you can't get it. So it's just hitting every corner of the bowl. That's this man's glass eye. Family, the grifters have to grift the hardest, especially when they were on the opposite side of their new grift. When their original grift, they were talking about black empowerment and talking about how we need to just watch out for ourselves. You ain't African, all this other stuff. When we wasn't letting this man into the spaces because we knew something was up with this dude. We knew he was an op. All of a sudden, he's one of the biggest MAGA supporters ever. There was this one video I came across of him where he was basically saying it's not the white man's fault and black people always want to blame the white man. And in my head, I'm like, Charleston, please get off your knees. Because the way he was talking, he had to be gobbling something. Please, man, get off your knees. Talk like a man, brother. God dang, man. But look, family, we're going to get up out of here. But before we go, I'm going to have to just play this video. I'm going to play this video. So let me do this first. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you hit that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please make sure you hit that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. And with that being said, family, don't let no person like Charleston White tiptoe himself into our spaces and try to denigrate anybody within our spaces. Because he wasn't trusted then and he damn sure ain't trusted now. Running around here with this dang Confederacy flag on his head, like buying the baton that shattered Rodney King's knee. Like, these things are performative. He's doing performative cooning, family. So don't let nothing this man say at all rile you up. Don't let him get to you. Really, when anybody bring him up, just make sure that they know, oh, that man's a buffoon. We ain't worried about that buffoon. He's a performative coon. We ain't worrying about that Sambo. Just make sure you drop that tidbit of information. And with that being said, family, the doors of the church are now closed. But before we go, here you go.
So you ready?
Yeah.
I told you.
Say they be playing football talking about that pick six. I got a pick six right here, baby. Yeah. I got a pick six right here, baby.
Yeah. Another one. One more. Ooh, two more. Ooh, huh? You ready for it?
Yeah, pick six, baby.
Oh, that's one.
Ooh, pick six.
Ooh. All right. Hey, be safe, man. Be safe.
I'll let y'all later, man.
Get in here!
Family. The capture says Charleston White wasn't lying when he said that he's given up on the black community. I wanted to show you this because usually the way you sleep are the people that you actually represent. That's just the truth of the matter. If you sleep outside of your race, 9 times out of the 10, you're going to make excuses for sleeping outside of your race. So everything got to fall back on Black Americans' backs. Everything is our fault because you want to have interracial sexual access. But the real ones who listen to people like Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Neely Fuller, they'll be able to tell you that that's just a psychosis. But family, I'm going to go and let you go. Peace and be one.